Good day mga ka-CRT! Welcome again to our channel. In this video, I'm going to discuss numerical methods in integration. And the specific methods are trapezoidal and Simpson's one-third rule. So consider this illustration. For the integration of a certain function, let's say function of x, this is equivalent to the area under this curve. As illustrated here, the shaded or the black portion of the curve is equivalent to the area, and to solve this, we can use the integration. So the graph in the left can be represented by the integration of function of x dx with limits from a to b. The first method that we will discuss is the trapezoidal rule. So to get the integral of fx dx with limits from a to b, this is equivalent to b minus a times the quantity function of a plus function of b over 2. Let's have this example. Evaluate using trapezoidal rule. So the given integration is the integral of x times the quantity x squared minus 8 raised to 2 dx. Limits from 2 to 5. So first, let us identify the fx. The fx here is equivalent to x times the quantity x squared minus 8 raised to 2. And let us get the function of 2. This is the lower limit. So as you can see here, the lower limit is 2. So let us get function of 2. So therefore, we have 2 times the quantity, 2 squared minus 8 raised to 2. And solving for this, we have 32. Then next, using the upper limit is 5. So let us solve for function of 5. This is equivalent to 5 times the quantity, 5 squared minus 8 raised to 2. Solving for this, we have 1,445. And using this trapezoidal rule equation, so therefore we have 5 minus 2, that is for b minus a. And this over 2 here, so we have 5 minus 2 over 2 times the quantity, 100 or 1,445 minus 32. And solving for this, we have 2,119.5 as the result of integration. This is using trapezoidal rule. But if you have the exact value or the actual value for this integration is 829.5. Solving for the error, so we have the actual value minus the approximated integration all over the actual value times 100%. For this answer, we have 155.6% error. So this is a big error for this approximation. To lessen the error, we can use the next method. For the next method, this is called multiple segment trapezoidal rule. The integral I can be broken into h integrals as illustrated here. So you can set several segments and get the integral of each segment. Applying trapezoidal rule on each segment. Therefore, we can rewrite the equation as the integral now is b minus a all over 2n times the quantity, function of a, plus 2 times the summation of function of a plus ih, plus function of b. And take note, the h here is equivalent to b minus a over n. Let us have the same example, but this time evaluate the integral using two segments trapezoidal rule. So we have this integral of x times the quantity x squared minus 8 raised to 2 dx, limits from 2 to 5. Identifying fx, this is x times the quantity x squared minus 8 raised to 2. We already have function of 2 from the previous solution. So function of 2 is 32 and function of 5 is 1,445. The next thing to do is to identify this portion of the formula. The summation of f of a plus I h. Limits from I equals to 1 up to n minus 1. For two segments, n is equivalent to 2. Therefore, evaluating this summation, it will just give one value. And solving for h, this is 5 minus 2 over 2 using this formula given above. So our h here is 1.5. And evaluating this summation, so we only have function of 3.5 for this summation since this is for only two segments. Therefore, solving for function of 3.5, so we have 3.5 times the quantity, 3.5 squared minus 8 raised to 2. This is equivalent to 2023 over 32. And using the formula given above, so we have the substitution, 5 minus 2 over 2 times the number of segments, which is 2, times the quantity, function of 2, plus 2 times function of 3.5, plus function of 5. Okay, so for the substitution, we have the solution, 3 over 4 times the quantity, 32, plus 2 times 2023 over 32, plus 1,445. Solving for the integration, we have 1,202.58. And solving for the error for this result, so we have the absolute value 829.5. This is the actual value minus our approximation 1,202.58 over 829.5 times 100%. So this will give us 44.98%. This is still a large error, but compared with the previous one, this is better. So meaning as you introduce segments, as you increase the number of segments, you can have a lesser error. And if you continue solving several segments, so for 3 segments, you can solve the integral equal to 997.5 and that is 20.25% error. For segment with 4 segments, your integral is 924.43, and that is 11.44% error. So as you continue, so for segments 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 segments, for 10 segments, your answer will be 844.76, and that is 1.84% error. So to achieve 0%, you need to solve up to 1,024 segments. But take note, this numerical method is not manually computed. So this is intended for a certain programming. So therefore, the solving is faster and easier. But take note, for this example, you can achieve 0% error for 1,024 segments. And for that number of segments, you can solve this value, 829.5. Let's discuss the second method, Simpson's one-third rule. So to get the integral of the function of x dx with limits a to b, we have this formula, h over 3 times the quantity f of a plus 4 times f of a plus b over 2 plus f of b, wherein h is b minus a over 2. So for our example, evaluate using Simpson's one-third rule. So this is the same function from the previous examples. So this is the integral of x times the quantity x squared minus 8 raised to 2 dx. Limits from 2 to 5. So we have this fx, f of 2, and f of 5 from the previous examples. Now let us identify the h, b minus a over 2, and that is 5 minus 2 over 2 equal to 3 over 2. Then next, let us identify the middle term function here. So f of a plus b over 2. So we have 2 plus 5 over 2, and that is f of 3.5. Solving for this function, f of 3.5 is equivalent to 2023 over 32. And for the substitution, we have the integral equals 3 over 2 and over 3 times the quantity f of 2 plus 4 times f of 35 plus f of 5. And for the substitution, so we have the solution, and solving for I, we have 864.94. So this is considered our first iteration. And solving for the error, so for this method, Simpson's one-third rule, our first iteration, the error is 4.27%. This is very small error compared to. Next is the multiple segment Simpson's one-third rule. Just like in multiple segment trapezoidal rule, one can subdivide the interval from A to B into n segments and apply Simpson's one-third rule repeatedly over every 2 segments. Note that n needs to be even. Divide the interval A to B into equal segments, hence the segment width. So the integral of fx dx is equivalent now to b minus a over 3n times the quantity f of the lower limit. So x sub 0 here is the lower limit. Plus 4 times the summation of function of xi, wherein I here is add. So meaning that is f of 1, f of 3, f of 5, and so on, except the upper limit, which is the upper limit here is f of xn. So to continue, plus 2 times the summation of f of xi, but here I is even. So this is f of 2, f of 4, f of 6, and so on, except if that is the last or the upper limit. Okay? So plus f of xn, representing the upper limit. So since xi minus 2 equals 2h, I is even numbers only. You can set I equal to even numbers such as 2, 4, up to n. So to illustrate this, let us have this example. Evaluate using multiple segment Simpson's 1/3 rule. But this time, let us use n equals 4. So that is 4 segments. So we have this integral x of or x times the quantity x squared minus 8 raised to 2 dx limits from 2 to 5. Identifying A, this is equivalent to 2, B equals 4, N equals, or rather B equals 5, N equals 4. Solving for the step size, H equals B minus A over N, and that is equivalent to 3 over 4 or 0.75. So our lower limit, that is our x sub 0 from the formula, and that is equivalent to 2. Then for x1 is 2.75. Okay? So why 2.75? That is our step size. So from the lower limit plus 0.75, we have x1 equals 2.75. Then for x2, another plus 0.75 from x1. Therefore, x2 equals 3.5. Then plus 0.75, that is our x3, which is 4.25. And for our upper limit, that is our x4 here. X sub 4 is equivalent to 5. Okay, so therefore, if you are going to multiply or the functions that will be multiplied by 4, that is the function of x1 and x3. And the functions that will be multiplied by 2 here in the formula, that is I even, therefore that is function of x sub 2. So to illustrate that, we have this substitution. But first, let us solve the function of x from different values here. So for function of 2, we have 32. Function of 2.75, we have 0.52637. Function of 3.5, we have 63.21875. Function of 4.25, we have 430.863. And function of 5, we have 1,445. For the substitution, so h over 3 times the quantity, function of x0, plus 4 times the function of even x, 4 times the function of add x. For the add x, we have x1 and x3, plus 2 times the function of even x. So in this case, we only have x2 as even x. So we have to disregard the x4 because this is the upper limit. So this is our formula, and for the substitution, we have this solution. So solving this line of solution, we can get the integral represented here by s as Simpsons. So for S, using 4 segments, we have 832.25. So this is the result of our integration using multiple segment Simpson's one-third rule with 4 segments. In solving for the error, we have 0.33% error, very small error in this case. And if you continue this method with other segments, you can achieve the following percent error. And you can achieve 0% error by using 20 segments. And again, just to give a recall, in solving the error or in solving the percent error, so this is the actual value minus the approximated value from each segments divided by the actual value. So let's say in value with 4 segments, so this is the solution. You can get 0.33%. You can verify the percent error here by using this formula presented here. And this is the end of my discussion. Thank you for watching this video and God bless to all.